So when you go into HAR, you want to do a contract. Dot loop, I get it, works, but this is better than dot loop. And I know you may not take my word for it, but give it a shot. You come over on the left-hand side of your, before you hit the matrix, okay? Go to tools. Actually, there's a bunch of things that are really helpful here, but let's keep my mind focused because I have all over the place syndrome. Go to transaction desk. Just click on it. You don't have to re-log in. HAR already knows who you are. I've already done a couple of transactions. I'm actually moved over my stuff to transaction desk. Back in the day, they had what's called zip forms. It was very hard for me to get away from my old ways, but trust me, this is how good transaction desk is. All you have to do is hit create transaction. You can give it a name, maybe your buyer's name. I usually do the property address. First, real quick, and I'm not going to bore y'all to tears on this. I promise you it is short and sweet. I need to pick an address out of the MLS. By the way, if you want to see our office active listings to maybe do an open house, on this next screen, after you hit this, the next screen takes you to, sorry, I have a bunch of items opened, as you can see. Where was I? Oh, sorry. I've got too many things open. The next screen takes you to this, and you can do my office active listings, and you can pick one that, I think I sold this condo. It's a rental now. No, it's down the road. It's weird. I just sold a condo on Bellarive Drive. So it's one of our listings, our at Texas United. See, Wilson Collins. So let's say, for instance, that was right down the road from your house. You could text him or call him up and ask if you could do an open house on his listing. So you don't just have to do open houses on your own listings. You can do them for our office. So let's pick this property. No, actually, I don't want to pick a rental. I want to pick a listing. So let's just do this one. And I just lost connection on my mouse. I'm having all kinds of technical issues, aren't I, guys? My mouse, you can't, it's an Apple and you can't, it's a desktop, so you cannot operate it when it needs to be charged because they made the charger on the bottom, which I think is so stupid. Why didn't they just make it on the side and then you can use it? Okay.
They
Anyway,
have a new gadget for it. I don't know if
they
you've seen
do.
it. Yeah.
No, no, I need it because it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Is it something that lets it charge while you use it?
Yeah.
I might have to get that from you, my man.
I ended up just getting the battery operated one since that would seem a little easier.
Okay. Okay. And then you swap the batteries out. Another good
And
idea.
and they last a long time. It lasts a long time. Half the time I forget to turn it off and it just stays
Got
on
it.
and it lasts.
Got it. Okay. You guys are teaching me something here. See, we need to collaborate and then we can all learn from each other, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm an old school. I don't know all this technology stuff that you guys know. Okay, so I'm back. Let me go back to my transaction desk. Nope. I've been looking at CRMs, client management systems, to try to learn. I have too many tabs open. I'm looking at all these CRMs to see which one I want to go with. Like this is a CRM, Realty Juggler. It's a client database system that you keep all your clients in. You know what? I'll just redo it. And then you don't have to be notepad and pencil, and it keeps all your clients, and it gives you a follow-up program, and it allows you to do mail outs with just click of buttons, mass email outs. Once I figure out a good one, we're going to do a class on it. Okay, I know I'm doing all these classes, but there's just so much good information for you guys to know. Okay, back to the subject. Transaction desk always can be found in your HAR. I'm going to create a transaction. I'm gonna name it. I usually just name it either the MLS number or the property address or the buyer's name. It doesn't really matter. It's however you want to remember it by. Templates, you always need to select a template. So let's say this is a buyer. He's buying the property. It's my buyer. I'm going to select a source, HAR MLS. I'm going to put in the MLS number. But why am I doing that? Because it's going to auto-populate all the information. I am the selling agent. That means you're the buyer's agent. Okay. Use wizard, of course. Create. Here's the cool thing about this, and we're going to keep this short and sweet. Once it gets done loading, you are literally going to see all the forms, and everything other than the particulars is going to be auto-populated. I'll show you what I mean by that. So yes, this is all the information. You can add in more if you want, but you can go here to forms, and here's all the right-hand side is everything you need. Forms, boom. Yes, the office is working on adding your DA checklist to this, so just be patient. I mentioned that yesterday. So you would have to pull off the DA checklist either from Dotloop or from your computer, or ask me for it. I'll email it to you. But the cool thing about this is, okay, so Ryan, 1 to 4 family contract, right here. Watch how it's already filled in for not all of it. Obviously, it won't know your client's information, but usually it pulls. I don't know why it didn't. It normally pulls the seller off the tax records. Obviously, it doesn't know your buyer because that they can't auto pull that from HAR. But look, the legal description is filled in. You might want to double check that because lot and block isn't filled in. Normally it is. Maybe it's because it's a condo. Exclusions is obviously not filled in, the price, but check it out. There is a lot of things that are filled in. The address is already here. And this was probably a bad example because it was a condo, but for instance, and you would need a condo contract, but I'm just giving you an example. Look, the listing agent's information is pulled in and my information is pulled in. And even the 3 it's not 3, you need 3% of sales price. So you still need to finish filling in the contract. Then when you're done filling it in, you hit save and exit and it saves it. No more. And then you can move on to the next one. Information about brokerage services. It's already filled in. You just need to fill in your information here at the bottom, but everything else is filled in. You don't have to go looking around for the broker's information and all that stuff. You guys like that? Actually, if you want it to be filled in, I've already figured out that if you go here to contacts, again, the right-hand side is everything that you need. Selling agents, Ryan Hygic. Yes. I don't know what the basket thing does. Let's see what that does. Yep. I'm not quite sure what that does because I was already in here, but let's go back to forms and let's see if information about broker services is filled out now. Nope. I don't know why. It knows that I'm the, so there's obviously still things that I need to figure out, but like, add to address book. Well, yeah. Identifiers. Maybe I need to hit save. Okay, let's try that, see if it works. So I'm going forms. The cool thing about it is even if, okay, fine, they didn't fill that in, I can just fill that out. But for the most part, it's already, no, I don't know why it's not doing it. It's already filled out for the most part. So moving on, you've got everything else that you need buyer's representation agreement. It is already filled out. Look, my information, all I need to do is add my email. Everything else is filled out. And then you obviously need to fill out the terms. It doesn't know your terms because it's just getting your information from the listing and it knows see, but I don't, you guys understand that zip forms, if y'all, I guess I should, the reason I'm so happy about this, zip forms, you had to fill out your information every single time. This took me, I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years. I can write up a contract offer in like 30 minutes, but this brought it down to about 15 minutes for me because I had to sit there and type all of this information in to the point where I memorized. We do need to change this in the system. I'll ask them about that because we're no longer Grant Road. We're 3131 Briar Park. So that needs to be changed, which I'll talk to the office about. So, okay, so you're saying, Ryan, cool and all, I got it all filled out. How do I get the client to sign it? I don't pay for DocuSign. I pay for DocuSign, but you don't need to. Here's why. It's this easy. Click the forms that you want them to sign. After you filled it out, of course, and I've checked it over, right? And of course, I will help you with this. I'm not saying this class exempts you from any help. I'm saying that I will help you, but I'm saying, look how easy this is. I checked everything that I want them to sign, correct? All I do is go to the basket, like checking out at Amazon. Yep. You can either print it. So let's say you have DocuSign and you don't want to go through this signing system, then save it as PDF. You name it. I just want to name it the MLS number and hit save. It's going to save it to PDF right now. Boom. Where'd it go? There it is. Or your clients might want a copy of it before they sign it. Okay. Save it to your computer. You guys know how to do that. Move it to somewhere. Here's how I sort out my computer, which will save you another headache. Okay. I use an external hard drive, a La Salle. It's orange. I would show it to you, but it's hooked up to the back of my Mac right now. Or it's LACIE. It's right here. I label 2023 real estate. All of my files are here. I add a new folder. I type in the property address. Create. Then I drop that into there. Then I can send it to my client. Now I have all of my files for 2023 organized. Okay. So you're saying I don't have DocuSign, Ryan. I just wanted them to sign it. Easy. Send the pencil. The pen. The pen. It's that easy. There's a little load time. Probably a lot has to do with all these browsers I have. It's literally that easy. Add it to your basket, hit the pin, and it's going to automatically drop the initials where you need it. DocuSign, I have to drag and drop every single initial. Oh, if you're sending out seller's disclosures, it has the bubbles already pre-made. You don't have to drag and drop bubbles. It already has that there. Okay, who's signing? What needs to be signed? And now's the fun part. Yep. Add participants. Well, I want to add myself because I'm the buyer's agent. Maybe if I did this at first, maybe it would have dropped my information about brokers. Anyway, seller's agent. Selling agent is also buyer's agent. Okay, Ryan. Yep, that's my name. Save. Okay, add participant. Add new. Jana Jackson. email, Jana@yahoo.com. Role, buyer. You can add her, I would add it to my contacts list and add it to transaction. Double click, hit save. Okay, no more signers. X. Look, her initials are already pre-put where you need them. I didn't drag and drop anything, did I? Look, signatures there. You can download it. You can go back, layout, options, signers, go back to signers, add another one. Maybe you forgot, maybe there's 2 buyers. It'll already, before you send it, it'll ask you to do a reminder if you want to like send it to them every day until they sign it. Because sometimes your people won't sign it right away. So sometimes you need to like give them reminders. So I still need to play around with it a little more. I'm sure, and you guys might figure out this faster than me. I'm sure in options, there's a way to drag and drop another initial. Like if they're missed a spot, or if you wanted to add a date, like an execution date, or a signature that it, somewhere initial somewhere else. Because remember, any changes to a contract has to be initialed or it's invalid. So it even add my signature. So here's a cool thing. I don't really want to send it to signers. Let's delete her because I don't know who. Remove from signing. So if I hit next, expires on blank, you can bump that date up, which I probably would, and remind them every day at blank time, and then hit send. I'm not going to do it because I don't want it sent to myself. They're going to get an email just like they would if it was a DocuSign, and then they're going to click it and sign it. It's that easy. I don't want to say this. So it pulled all the information from online. So how that's pretty easy, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me end the recording. Oh, I'm going to stop share. I'm going to stop the recording.